What's up guys, Joe here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with Uno X and we have the Ardennes Classics, another chance to win a monument today. Go back and check out the last episode if you missed it, because we took on Paris-Roubaix and spoilers might be coming up. Before that though, good news, we will be heading to Lovewell, so rightfully so, we're heading back there after coming so close to winning that race last season with Tobias. Conrad deserved to win it on that occasion though. I think though, let's take a look at the Amsterdam Gold Race because we weren't invited, and Javier Romo, a surprise winner but developing nicely for Astana, is the 24-year-old. He takes that, the biggest win in his career so far, beating the likes of Pogacar and Roglic. Now we are on the 21st of April, ready for the Flesh Wallon, but a week ago in game I did play Brabantse Appeal. I'll show you guys what happened there right now. Now, the previous episode was titled Arch Nemesis. That was because Wout van Aert happened to beat us in Paris-Roubaix. I think you guys just caught a glimpse. He was starting here in Brabantse Appeal, so I already know we're competing for second place. But this race for me really bridges the Cobble Classics and the Ardennes Classics. Some cobbles are present, as you can see on screen right there. Houligaard and Tiller attacking over the top and really creating a select group with the likes of Van Aert, Seneschal, Vermeersch and Dylan van Baarle. Really strong group, and we're the only team I think to have two riders. There are a few more riders bridging over though, with Moscon, Pidcock and Sagan trying to get across, and Dries van Hestel with an attack in the final few kilometres. I love that move from him. He knows he can't win in a sprint. He's going to try and attack away and see if this group behind look around. But we have two riders. It's really down to us to bring him in. Rasmus Tiller and Houligaard both on good days. We're trying to lead out Rasmus Tiller. Wout van Aert attacks. We tried to follow with the Norwegian champion, but we come nowhere near Wout van Aert. He absolutely obliterates the opposition and wins Brabantse Appeal, and we just hold on for third place ahead of Florian Vermeersch. Yeah, so Wout van Aert still is good at cycling. He won Roubaix, and a few days later, he wasn't partying. He won Brabantse Appeal, destroyed everyone. So yeah, it's a bit difficult racing against this man. The Flesh Wallon, we know the parcours. LBL, we know the parcours. I may dive into Yorkshire or Frankfurt afterwards, but of course, we do have the Giro d'Italia coming up in the next episode after this one. And so our lineup for the Ardennes Classics is centered around Marcus Houligaard, Andreas Kron, who we did sign with these races really in mind. Real shame though, he couldn't show off his talents at Amsterdam Gold. That race really suits him. Rasmus Tiller, Sharmig, we have a lot of options. Stornamitte, another new signing who hopefully can sign at these races. But beating Julian Alaphilippe on the Mur de Huy, it's going to be almost impossible. Away we go then, and yes, my t-shirt does have a dolphin on with a basketball, just in case you were wondering. I haven't bothered going in the breakaway today. We all know that La Flèche is decided on the Mur de Huy and those absurd percentages on that final climb. We don't have the best race days. Kron and Houligaard probably our leaders. So we're currently tackling the first ascent of the Mur de Huy. I've thought about our tactics today. I think we're probably aiming for a top 10 overall, considering the race days. We have 77 and 77 hill respectively on Houligaard and Kron. Let's try and keep up here though on the Mur. And I think, like I said, the race is almost always won on that final climb. We may have to try something different though. Maybe attack with either Kron or Houligaard beforehand. Although saying that, this race has exploded after one ascent of the Mur de Huy. We have Remco so far behind. Houligaard was actually dropped as well on that climb. We need to make a move. Amstel Gold winner Javier Romo as well is behind already. Here we go then with the second ascent of the Mur de Huy. I can see Marc Soler, Dylan Toons, they're trying to escape. Maybe I should follow with someone. Pidcock as well, thinking about making a move, but to be honest, we're at our limit, just trying to keep up with this tempo right now. And there you go, Pidcock is gone, Mohoric are gone, they are up the road. I simply couldn't follow that move. Let's say sat in for now. This is going to be super select already. And at this point, you have to say Andreas Kron is our leader. I'm not sure I could even try and attack with Houligaard. This is the section I thought he could come into play. So I'm constantly checking for attacks. We now have literally just 27 riders at the front of the race. Fuglsang is out the back. It is uber selective prior to the Mur de Huy. Okay, then let's check for attacks. Davide Formolo, we have a couple riders. Pidcock making a move again. Houligaard can no longer follow, and Andreas Kron is doing his best to follow those moves. I simply cannot do it. Let's sit up and let Covey and Stannard drag us in. And 7 riders have 40 seconds here. Okay. Kron is here at the front. Can we go again? Can we go again? Kron goes again before the murder hui, and we're all in now with this attack. We have 17 seconds, but these guys are coming, and I don't think we're going to be able to hold them off like this. So probably best to sit up and just try and conserve, because I know how difficult this final climb is. We need to conserve, and we still have a slender gap. Right, we recover downhill. Let's use that gel. We have 4k to go, and we are leading La Flèche Wallonne, but now we are caught. Now we are caught, of course. Let's put these guys on auto. Kron is going to enter the foot of the climb at the very front, or very close to the front. I'm not sure we have the energy after those attacks. Let's go up to 99. We're going to have to on the climb. There goes Roglic. Surely we'll get in Primoz Roglic's wheel, and I think he is going to absolutely murder us. Look at our energy. And we are done. We're not going to win this race. We're going to crack on this climb. Who's going to take it? Let's see. Primoz Roglic is in the lead. Egan Bernal. Mohoric is fading. Primoz Roglic is holding off Egan Bernal. It's going to be close though, because here comes Bernal. Is it going to be another heartbreak for Roglic on the line at La Flèche? No, it is not. Primoz Roglic wins the race, and we were absolutely nowhere. Really fun race. Primoz takes it. No massive surprise, but we were only 19th at best. We beat Alaphilippe though. He was 26th. He is the king of this hill right now in real life. I'm not quite sure what happened to Quickstep today if we take a closer look at their team. He was their best finisher, and they had an uber strong team here. So I'm not sure what's going on with Quickstep over the Ardennes. Anyway, there is a chance to more than make up for it here at Liege-Bastogne-Liege. The fourth chance we have to win a monument this season, and the last in a very long time, with Il Lombardia coming at the tail end of the campaign. But can we take our first monument today? We've got a chance. Roglic here again. I think the favourite after his La Flèche performance. Probably Houligaard leading us, but we need some guys on better race days, that is for sure. And well, we do get a big race day, but it's on Idar Andersen, who usually has 68 hill. I mean, I've thrown him into the breakaway. We may as well try and capitalise on this big day for the man. It's a 5-man group. Ben Healy up the road for EF, but we don't get the big race days I was really dreaming of with Houligaard, Tiller or Kron. So we've had a little bit of a crash towards the back. Jan Urtebrooks is here, Nairo Quintana, Patrick Quintana, the Vuelta champion, Filippo Baroncini. It's a strong group who are behind, but we have been to Bastogne, and we are now on the way back into Liège. The breakaway have just over 2.5 minutes, and Idar Andersen on this +5 day, I know he doesn't have the pure hill, but his other attributes are unbelievable. I hope he can play a decent role in this finale. Oh, interesting. On the Côte de Mont Soleil, we have the likes of Rob Stannard, Matteo Jorgensen, Alessandro Covi, all trying to get away. They're failing to do so, and the tempo is absolutely rapid here. More attacks then from the peloton. Not sure they're going anywhere at this stage. Garcia Cortina, Covi, Van der Nabeel, Rob Stannard trying to join up with the breakaway, who have just 40 seconds, still 76k to go. Okay, then we have 42 riders who have created some separation. I can see the likes of Carapaz, Bettiol are behind. The tempo not too high though in this group. I think Pascal Encorn, who has been driving the tempo, he is done. Soren Heinze is done, and the breakaway is falling apart with Andersen and Conker, the only riders remaining. And to be honest, there has been a massive slowing of the rhythm, which means Andersen still has plenty of energy remaining. Stornamite trying to deliver some water to the guys as we enter the foot of the Col de Rosière. And there you go then, Andersen is caught, the breakaway are caught with over 50k to go. So now, as we come towards the foot of the Côte de la Redoute, we're in a good position. 5 riders still within a group of 73, but this climb is going to be pretty decisive, I'm sure. So I'm doing my absolute utmost to conserve energy while staying to the front on the Côte de la Redoute, and I'm not sure I've done it. I think some riders are going to get away here. We're in a decent position still, but not the best position. We are literally clinging on to the back. I think Marcus Houligaard is going to end up being our leader today. Just 35 riders left in the race, with Covi and Van Savenen trying a move. 27k to go. It's hotting up. And again, Alessandro Covi is lighting up this race. He is attacking left, right and centre. But when Tom Pickup moves, I think we're going to see plenty of big favourites. Wout van Aert now trying to follow. Roglic is here. Lutsenko, Pogacar. They're all trying to make a move. We need to stay in touch. To be fair, that is what we've been able to do with Houligaard on the wheel of Andy Cron entering the Côte de la Roche-au-Faucon. And of course, this is the final major effort today. So I've decided to use the energy gels right now, entering entering the foot of the climb. Sharma, can you offer anything more? Let's see. Kron on the front. We'll try and control the tempo, but there goes Primoz Roglic. I cannot try and follow. We need to work our way slowly back to him if he escapes here, which I'm sure he will. Pogacar, Pidcock, Gaudu, they're all moving. So Roglic unable to escape though, with Kron still here to help Marcus Hulagaard. And this is such a good situation for us because Hulagaard capable of offering something, I hope, in a sprint. So we're down to about 20 riders here. This is getting so tough. Kron, try and protect Hulagaard for a little bit if you can. And Hulagaard has something left here to maybe... You know what? Shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Here goes Hulagaard. He's going to try a little move to escape here at Liege-Bastogne-Liege, but we cannot really follow that up with anything else. Let's sit up. Let's not mess around too much. 8 riders, 9 riders in this group, and Hulagaard is among them. Let's get on Primoz Roglic's wheel. Do we have a chance of winning this race here? Oh, but there goes Primoz. There goes Primoz. Hulagaard is the man to follow. 14 riders now here. Could we even get Kron back in? I think we could. So Wout van Aert is still here. I can already see this is going to be a difficult race to win, perhaps. Hulagaard, he has energy to sprint. If we win this, it'll be a miracle, I think. All right, 4K to go. We're now entering Liège. I need to get a wheel and stay there. I've followed Tom Pidcock with Marcus Hulagaard. Kron, you're done. Just get out of the way. Please get out of the way. You're not up for competing here. We have on the front of the race, it's Van Saven and Shampoo-Sam Roglic. There is Higuita. We're on Pidcock's wheel. Is it the right one, though? We're going to try and get the jump on these guys with Hulagaard entering the final kilometre. Have I gone too early? Not too sure. Primoz Roglic looks great, and he is going to win Liège-Bastogne-Liège this year. We're not going to be on the podium. Shampoo-Sam is second place, but Primoz Roglic wins yet again. Damn, so many riders here able to compete in that final sprint. Wout van Aert was only 8th somehow. That doesn't matter though. Primoz Roglic takes it for that team. We're just outside the top 10. It's not a great result in the end, despite us having a pretty good race, I would say. And that result does leave Hulagaard still looking for his first win this season. Quite a winning rider last season, unless I'm mistaken. Let's take a look. Where did he come at LBL last year? Obviously second at Roubaix. Such a versatile rider. But looking back to the first season, he came 3rd in the World Champs, and he did get a top 10 in LBL, only 11th this year. So you have to say it goes down as a disappointment. Alright, quick update on screen that we are 2nd in the Super Prestige table and 1st in the Conti standing so far this season. But more importantly, we do have the dossiers. It's transfer season. Okay, and first up, we do have a very good situation for us this season. Captain Price, Anders Garset and Lars Solstad are the only 3 riders we potentially need to renew, which means we have plenty, 50 dossier points in total, that we can spend on getting new riders in. This is the season, guys. We are pushing to World Tour. We are getting in some top riders, I hope at least. Alright, on screen we have the list of riders from Denmark, from Norway, who are available next season. Obviously, it looks like Tobias Foss is the man to go for. He was a rival for us at the Vuelta last season. It would be great to bring him back to the team where he started his career at UNOX. Same goes for perhaps Andreas Leknessund, a good rider. Perhaps he hasn't developed quite as much as I would have hoped so far in this career, but still, he could be a very valuable rider for the team. Søren Heinze as well, a very talented sprinter who can get over climbs as well. Reminds me of Michael Matthews a little bit, so he could be a very talented rider we bring in as well, and I think he could definitely be one of our top targets for sure. Checking out some of the real youngsters as well. Gustav Wang, I think he won the junior world title in the time trial in Belgium last season, so he could be a fun rider to bring in. Still just 20 years old. Frederick Wondal, good puncher for Bora. Mikael Finn, a rider I pointed out at a race earlier in the season in Belgium. He looks like a really fun rider, very well-rounded, only 20 years old again. So yeah, we have plenty of talented riders available to us. It's just about who we go for. Okay, and now we come to a question a lot of you guys have brought up. Suddenly, the screen looks very different. We have Sweden, Finnish and Icelandic riders on screen. So many of you guys have said, should we expand the squad to riders from other Scandinavian countries? I think if we maybe expand it to 1 or 2 riders from these countries, just to expand the squad a little bit, still in Scandinavia, of course. Let me know down below, guys. Do we go for Swedish, Finnish and maybe Icelandic riders as well? or do we just stick to Norway and Denmark? This is the episode we decide. Let me know down below. And one of those riders, Jørgen Karlstrom, looks really talented, very talented puncher, just 22 years old. He's a rider we could definitely bring in if we go ahead. So what I'm going to do is go straight in to Tobias, Søren Heinze and Mikael Finn, 3 of our big targets for next season. Get those dossiers in the bag and hopefully really build up that interest in our team. So I feel like today's episode a little too short for my liking, so I have gone ahead and played the Tour de Yorkshire and Eschborn Frankfurt off camera. Let's take a look at how we got on. So starting with the Tour de Yorkshire, a race I think is actually now defunct in real life. Chris Froome, I spotted here. Look at his attributes at the bottom left there. I tweeted about this as well. Just unbelievable just how much this man has dropped when you see his attributes. Such a shame really after his terrible crash at the Dauphiné 2019. But Christian Coulthard did go ahead and take the KOM jersey from the breakaway here on stage 1. And Søren Werenskjold really is our leader at the Tour de Yorkshire. I know Giacomo Nizzolo is also here as a sprinter. A couple of good sprinters here, Peter Sagan as well. But Werenskjold, he's our leader. We lead him out. Is it to victory on stage 1 in Doncaster? No, it's not. Giacomo Nizzolo too quick on that occasion, and it's only P4 right there. Christian Coulthard though, a nice little collector's item, claiming that KOM jersey. I showed it on screen briefly, but stage 2 in Ilkley is going to be really the GC day. It's just an absolute wall, the final kilometre, a bit like the Motor Hui actually, which is quite apt for this Ardennes Classics episode, but we were nowhere near. Carlos Rodriguez did defeat Miguel Angel Lopez and odd Christian Eiking to win, and that pretty much will secure his GC win. Now, on screen right now is Søren Heinze, and I spotted him after the first stage. He's here, and it came down to a real battle in Scarborough. It's the Uno X and the Corendon Circus trains. Werenskjold versus Søren Heinze, the rider we've just been linked to and looking to sign. Can we defeat him with Werenskjold? No, we can't. Søren Heinze with an absolute dominant sprint there, it must be said, over an informed Søren Werenskjold. That was a little disappointing to me and really highlights why we are trying to sign this man. Now, without a real GC leader, I decided to really try and go after the KOM jersey on the final stage with actually Magnus Coulthard, and his brother Cinder Coulthard was helping him out in the breakaway. So Christian held it earlier in the race, Cinder now helping his younger brother Magnus claim the jersey, and we would successfully do that on this final stage. Very difficult stage. It's kind of between a pure puncher and a sprinter's stage. Some sprinters do survive. It's a heavily reduced group, just to 34 riders. I'm trying to lead out Søren Werenskjold, who has fought hard to stay in the peloton in Leeds to compete for this sprint, but the lead out's just not good enough here. Søren Heinze again beating us, but he was also beaten by Giacomo Nizzolo, who claimed his second stage win of the race. So yeah, a fun race here in Yorkshire, won by Carlos Rodriguez, but no stage victories for the team. However, I would also say a very successful scouting mission on Søren Heinze taking place in Yorkshire. Anyway, swinging things over to Germany for Eschborn Frankfurt, a race really suiting Alex Kristoff's strength, so I'm working for him all day long, trying to bring this in for a sprint. Matej Mohoric though, trying to escape in the final few kilometres. We bring him in. Anders Garset is the man to do that. Now Nicholas Larsson on fine form here. He goes for the big lead out, trying to make it a difficult sprint, suiting his big leader Alex Kristoff, but it's such a strong lead out that Kristoff really struggled to deliver a venomous sprint, and Arnold Demar is the man to take it. Kristoff just holds on for third place. And with that, I think it's time to check up on the rankings, see how we're getting on. Kristoff, Magnus Kort, Skelmoser, Tobias, Kron, Werenskjold, they're all in the top 30 riders in the world so far this season. As a full team, we're third place, just behind the Ineos Grenadiers, 3 points behind, whilst the Jumbo-Visma are dominating so far just before we enter the first Grand Tour of the season. In terms of victories though, we are still on top, 34 wins. Anyway guys, that's going to round out today's video, and of course we have the Giro d'Italia coming up in the next episode. I can't wait for it. I hope you're excited as well. If you are, hit like down below, tell me what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.